Hello, listeners. This is Lee Price.
This is Will Ford from Football 365.
And you're listening smartly to At the Bridge Pod, a Chelsea FC podcast, although I would describe it as the Chelsea FC podcast.
Magical from Eden Hazard. Kai Havertz in the Champions League final. Ivanovic! In the middle, it's just behind him. But it's tapped in by Higgins here. Matic with the ball driver. Matic takes the net off. Hat-trick hero. Cole Palmer wins an epic, sensational game.
It's time for another episode of At the Bridge Pod, your number one Chelsea FC podcast. Coming up on this episode,
pre-season is so back. Pre-season is so over. Oh, welcome back, everyone, to another episode of At the Bridge Pod, and I am your host, Mike, and I am joined in the virtual room as I nearly knocked my coffee over. Fucking, I shouldn't have done the hand gesture of virtual room. I've got Berth, I've got Ollie. Monday show on a Monday, rightfully so. Team moments of the weekend.
Yeah, pretty standard one, to be honest with you. Just cricket, football. That's normally during the summer, that's all I do. So, yeah, I feel like Ollie at the moment, really. But yeah, pretty standard one for me.
You've been watching the hunt
because I'm well known for doing things at the weekends.
To answer your question, Mikey, I have been watching the 100. Yeah,
I was so pissed off yesterday. No one gives a shit here, but we had a power cut. Literally, as I was sitting down to watch some for the first time of the summer, and I was like, "I'll go on a walk." Came back, and by the time the power had returned, it was over. It was just highlights packages left, and I was like, "For fuck's sake!"
Can I just say, Mike, host, whichever you want to go by. I'm a big fan of the 100.
No, don't like it, Berth.
Well, and I'll tell you why. Right? Just a little, for you cricket lovers out there. The 100.
All three of you.
Shut up. It's very much one-sided, I feel, and I don't think there's a level playing field of the 100. The games aren't close enough for my liking, and yeah, it's cool and it looks good, and there is some excitement in there, but I think for a real traditionalist of cricket, which I very much am, it just doesn't hit with me. I would much prefer T20 or 2020, whatever you want to call it. So that's just my view. I understand why people do like it, but yeah, it's just no.
I'm potentially going to the 100 soon.
Not sure anyone asked, mate. To be fair.
Nobody asked what you really thought either. But
fair play.
Come on, Birmingham Phoenix.
With what are we, the Welsh Rivals?
Welsh Fire. Are they a new team?
Yeah.
No, they've been in there for a while. They've got some good players.
They play down at Sophia Gardens, which is like a 20-minute walk from me. So I thought I might as well go and make a bit of a day of it. Really channel my inner birth, do something, and go see the cricket.
Was it a quiet one for you though? Other than
a little bit, but I went and had some nice Thai food this weekend, which was nice. Don't always know 100% how to feel with Thai food because it feels a little bit to me like it's just a worse version of Chinese. I know that's probably going to be blasphemous for some people, but actually,
we've
really
just lost
it.
Our entire Thailand listeners. Thank you.
I enjoyed it.
They're back. They've returned. You know what? But food-wise, I'll keep that food theme going. I whipped up a very, very lovely batch of pistachio cookies. Delicious they were, dare I say.
Sensational.
And you don't like it. I didn't like that I didn't do something red velvety because there's no way of crowbarring this in.
How dare you, to be honest, Mikey?
Well, tomorrow is my birthday and I usually do red velvet. I usually do red velvet stuff and I didn't this year. But the cookies were just so good. And pistachio is in, and everyone loves Dubai chocolate, even though most of it in the stores, I'm being told by people that do live in Dubai, it's nothing like actual Dubai chocolate.
Also, it seems a bit shit, that Dubai chocolate.
Because we're not getting the proper version, that's why. We're getting, the corporate.
Can I be honest? It seems a lot like a marketing tourism gimmick.
Possible.
Absolutely.
Possible.
Absolutely. Mikey, how old are you going to be tomorrow, if you don't mind me asking? 21? 22?
32. 36.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
You old fuck.
Still got 20 years on Chris, though, ain't you? Got 20
I'm
years
getting
on
that.
Just 20?
20 plus 10, sorry. 20 plus 10.
It was an outstanding weekend for me. I spent it with my girlfriend. We went places. It was lovely. It could not have been more perfect. But there's always a football thing. Someone's poking me right now and saying football. Burnley confirming the signing of Amanda Broya with another world-class fucking dreadful video. It's so dreadful. It full circles into being incredible. Indiana Jones, check it out. They're so bad. And another final football moment. Sheffield United 1, Bristol City 4. Shout out to that listener. You know who you are. I thought I'd throw it in there. You didn't even have the most possession. I think Sheffield had like 76%. Meant fuck all in the end. 4-1 defeat.
Good free kick, though, by Bristol.
I haven't seen it.
Very good free kick.
I just saw the score and was like, throwing that in. Right, I will move to Shevva's shout-outs. I've got Hikari. Hey, guys, great pod. I agree with Jess on the Cole situation. I don't think we should go out and buy another centre-back. We bought Anselmino a year ago, along with Badashil, Fofana, Chalobah, Tosin, Josh and Hato. We've got to use the centre-backs that we have. I don't think Fofana counts, if I'm honest. Just saying.
He's going to be fit, apparently, for all the 5 minutes versus Palace. So
I saw someone had posted.
And what 5 minutes that'll be.
Well, someone had posted about Romeo Lavia is in the hole. He's looking like he's back on grass and he's going to be... And I'm like,
yeah,
what, for 40 minutes in that game that he'll be really good and then he'll be broken down again. I'm ready to get hurt, I'll say. Right, and I should have been able to pronounce your... I will not pronounce your full name, Mikkel. I won't, because it is brilliant and it is Danish and it does not deserve. I haven't checked, and I like to check with names because, obvious reasons. However, they have said to Mikey, I'm Danish myself and I'm curious about your Danish heritage. Care to explain? Love the pod. Now, I did comment on Spotify, so I'll say it on here. I always knew that my dad's side came from Scotland, from Europe. We never knew where. We never knew where our family side came from Europe. We had no idea. And I did that DNA stuff, and I found out that 50.5% was Scandinavian, so mostly Danish and Swedish. So that was quite a surprise. Yeah. And I was like, oh, so that's where we came from there. Brilliant. Cool. So yeah, that's.
Were you one of those? Did you use one of those companies that has since also had all of its data?
No,
stolen?
I am so far protected. No one has got my saliva. That's always
good.
A win.
Nobody wants that.
I've got James, who you've broken my Spotify. Your logo is now in every Oasis song for some reason. How have you done that?
Yeah, well,
Liam and Noel, friends of the show.
Oh my word!
Do you know what I say about that? Sorry about that, but don't look back in anger.
Yeah. I mean, nice. I hope it's fixed, but then I said maybe. I hope it's not. That's brilliant. At the Bridge Pod, can we get their royalties? Could we get some kind of royalties from Oasis?
Oh God, can we?
I wish.
Just one day of Oasis royalties. I'd love it. I suppose, are we anything like Oasis? We don't punch each other after about 5 minutes of being in the same room. So, though I've heard that's not happened yet on tour. So that's good. It's always nice to, go for a whole show.
Well, you never know, to be honest, with Chris and Berth.
I think I am the Liam of the podcast, personally. I think I'm the Liam. No, actually, no, Chris is on the Noel of the podcast.
Oh, cool. I'm the tour manager. I just set the stuff up. That's what I do. I've got Cured 88. Now it's confirmed that Cole's ACL has gone. Can we, and I'm sure you're way ahead of me, do an episode on realistic options, realistic outside options, unrealistic options, publicly campaigning about keeping Chalobah, our second best and most consistent player of 25, or E, bring back TS6 in the winter where Brazilian season finishes. Oh, well, I don't think we should panic. I think we should keep calm. We've just told you that.
No, I think we should panic.
We're panicking. Oh, my word.
I think we should all panic.
Yes.
No, I think it'll be all right, whatever happens.
We've got Hato.
Exactly,
so...
and he looked good. I've got Alec. He's not playing, but he has put a Shevva shout-out in. Mikey, I have an idea to enhance our show segment. Okay, well, I'm listening. In light of the NFL's announcement, they'll no longer provide smelling salts for players. Historically, we're used to mask concussion symptoms. Very true. You should start every Elevator Chelsea news segment with a quick sniff of smelling salts to start the news. Jeez.
I am so here for that. I'm so here.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to sound like you're doing a line of something on.
One moment, let me just get the Elevator Chelsea news. Woo! Yeah, that's not. Jack, Chris, while talking about the burnout after Christmas, you're forgetting that come January we can sign 5 new first team players who have played less minutes. Problem solved. You're damn right, Jack. You're well ahead. Oh, Oisin? yeah, Oisin Donnelly. Hi guys, want to share a story with you from last weekend? Ooh, okay. Oh, I just minimized
I think that might be an Irish name pronounced Ocean. I think.
Sorry, I'm glad I accidentally minimized the screen. Oh no, I've just sneaked ahead and seen that they've put. By the way, my name is pronounced Urshin. Oh fuck.
There you go.
I've messed up. And then they've
Mikey.
put an Irish name loosely translating to Little Deer. That's cool. So, what have they said?
Little Deer.
The Little Deer. Hi guys, wanted to share a story with you from last weekend. I was at a music festival in Waterford Island and I got absolutely scolded by the sun. Still dealing with the worst sunburn I've ever had. The only upside from this painful encounter is that I had a temporary tattoo on my arm, which has now left a burn line of the Chelsea crest. No doubting my loyalties now. Bleed blue up the Chelsea.
You reverse branded yourself, Ocean. Well done.
Oh, I mean, sun cream. Trust me, I'm ginger, so I can tell you, sun cream. Always sun cream. Hot show bag. Hi all, big thanks for the pod. It's my number one source of info here in Australia. I swear, Australian listeners. We've got so many. It's so cool. Looking forward to a more exciting brand of football this season. Keep in mind, most games are in the middle of the night here, and there is nothing worse than waking early in anticipation than sitting through a boring post-session style game. Can't wait for the weekend. You know what? I think we all can feel about that when we watch 90 minutes, and it's never too bad, is it? You know, it's very rare.
Yeah, it would suck to you get up in the middle of the night to watch the most boring 0-0 or 1-0 loss you've ever seen in your life. You're like, what have I done that before? I've ruined my own sleep schedule for nothing.
I think one of the most boring games ever that I've ever watched. And I know that feeling, not too often. We all know my Seattle Seahawks are on the West Coast, but this was a game on the road. So when we played the Chicago Bears on the 27th of December last year, and it ended 6-3 to us. Now, in football, that sounds great. Not in NFL. That was just literally 3 field goals. It was one of the worst things I've ever watched. And all the points were scored in the first half. It was truly trash. There is nothing to say.
I remember one of the first Super Bowls I ever watched was the one that it was like the worst Super Bowl ever. That it was like 10-4 or whatever the score
13. Was that 13-3? The Rams and the Patriots.
Like yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was one of the shittest. And it gets better because listeners will know who played the halftime show. It was Maroon 5. Did Adam take his top off? Yes, he did. Yeah, it was awful. Well. Yeah. But yeah, that was a Thursday night football game, that was. And that was billed as a blockbuster. Yeah, it was anything but. It was blockbuster, shut down and forgotten about.
So, yeah, the literal blockbuster.
L House 75. Hey guys, great pod. Love Jess's insight with the Brazilian players. Get her on regularly, I say. We're going to try. We are definitely going to try. Obviously,
yeah. Big up to Jess. She did great on the show.
Yeah, she really did. It's so different. You can hear on other shows. She is on London is Blue. We've got we don't have enemies on this show. We always champion other Chelsea pods because hey,
we've only got friends.
We're community. Alex, hey guys, great pod. No, literally just read that one out. Sorry. L House 75 actually said if the plan for Palmer and Estevao is to dovetail around flowing freely and making man marking impossible like yesterday, this season will be fun. Alex was the one that said, hey guys, great pod. Love Jess's insight. Jamali saw a lot of positives in the last 2 games. Oh, we'll touch on that. And finally, Carter, great pod with a crossover for Jess, guys. Of course, she's an enthusiastic, familiar voice in the Chelsea community, but great to see her interactions with you lot. Her insights into Brazilian players are always fascinating. And given we are a Samba club again, let's roll. Looking forward to more similar episodes with guest voices sprinkled in. I absolutely will always champion our guests because they're just bloody awesome.
As long as they're proper Chelsea. I'm Jesse.
Yeah, exactly. So with that, there is one very important Shevva shout out left, and it is this September. Our partners heading the game. They're bringing a wave of inspiring community-driven sport to Kent, kicking off on the 3rd of September at 7 p.m. Their 12-week men's mental health football program lands at Kedball Sports 3G in Gravesend, blending physical activity with mental fitness in a supportive mixed ability environment. And then a week later, the Kimberly Clark Community Hour, drop-in mental fitness football, launches in Northfleet on the 10th of September at 8:30 in the evening, offering
That's not sessions. Kimberly the club, by the way.
No, it's not. Though I love the connection. I like that.
Yeah.
Giving players a space. Let me start that. Offering free sessions for men aged 18 and over, giving players a safe space to boost well-being and build connections through the beautiful game. And for younger players, there is also a brand new youth multi-sports programme in Bexley Heath starting 4th September, running every Thursday, 7 till 8 until March 26th at the Crooklog Leisure Centre. Expect an exciting rotation of activities there because they've got football, badminton, foot golf. I've never played that, but I'm curious what that's about. Short tennis and even indoor curling. So that's designed to keep 14 to 18-year-olds active, social and engaged all year round. And I think that, especially if you're, I think that's definitely parents listening. If you've got some kids, some teenagers who you in that area, Bexley Heath, I would say go along. They're an incredible charity, and
I've been known to frequent Kent from time to time. So if there's
I haven't been
if
yet.
It's going on
I haven't
down
been
there,
to Kent
I might,
yet.
might head there.
Well, I hope you go for the. You're not 14 to 18, Ollie.
That's true.
You can't go. I know foot golf is tempted. I'm really. You can't go. You're not young enough.
Why not?
On that note, let's hit some news. I bloody love a charcuterie board of news, and I've got another one lined up because
I like a charcuterie board in general.
I haven't
pretty
had
good.
one since
Meats,
Christmas.
Cheeses.
It's not.
fruit,
I haven't had one since Christmas, to be
bit
honest.
of jam. It's nice.
That's true. But first up, I've got Ballon d'Or winner. Will be. I'm just getting in early. Hannah Hampton. She revealed how she got the edge over the Spanish goalkeeper in the Euro 2025 final.
This is so good.
Roll that VT.
Katrin Berger had a bottle
Yeah.
with all of the different variations on. Did you have anything like that?
The Spanish keeper had it on their bottle. So I thought when she's going in goal, just pick it up, chuck it into the English fans so she can't have it. She can't have it then.
There you go.
So then I don't ever put it on a bottle because anyone could do that. So I put it on my arm.
Makes sense.
Picked up her bottle
Yeah, it
and
wasn't
threw it
hard.
in.
When she's gone in the goal, it's on its own, isn't it? It's in a towel. You just pick it up.
When did she realise? Did you see the
When
moment
she
she
saw my
realised?
bottle in there instead. Mine's blank, but it's the same, obviously the same sponsors and stuff.
Yeah.
So I just put mine in there, chucked her one into the fans, and she had an empty bottle. So
Brilliant.
she was looking where it is.
Brilliant.
She was walking back or walking to take the penalty, and obviously I was walking the other way, and she was so confused, and I was trying not to just burst out laughing. I was like, I don't know where it's gone.
This is happening at the key moment in a penalty shootout for the title of European champions.
Yeah, you got to do something, haven't you?
Yeah.
Oh, what a legend. I love her. She's incredible.
She quite literally lost her bottle.
Well, some might call it poor behaviour. Some might even have, I've seen unsportsmanlike. Now, me,
ridiculous.
It's
Ridiculous.
streetwise. Look, it's a game. This is
It's
a game, a
shithousery
final.
award. That's what
Look,
that is.
The tiniest edge can make all the difference. And you take every chance you get. Like I'm now furiously right now scrubbing through the highlights like a detective because I'm desperate to catch a glimpse of when Catacol frantically was looking for that bottle. I haven't found one yet. I would love a listener to do my work for me. I would love to. It's brilliant though. And you know what? Fair fucking play. You got to get the
But she
advantage.
deserves to win the Ballon d'Or for that alone.
Yeah, that's it.
I just don't think there's enough shithousery in football anymore, and I really have got a lot of time for that. I really have, because there's you can come across as a bit of a knob and whatever when you take it too far. Say like a Mopay does, because he's just a dickhead. But when Hannah Hampton does that, that's just like proper that's just being cheeky. That's proper shithousing. That is just being
Properly
a little bit
boiled
cheeky.
piss as well.
Yeah, exactly. That is. If you could look up shithousery in the dictionary, that would be that. And I don't think there's enough of that, especially in England. I think Italians are perfect for it. They do it all the time.
Italians
and it just seems like in this country it's frowned upon. And I think those little fine margins really go a long way. And I think there needs to be more of that in the English game.
I go for next up, Trevor Chalobah. Oh my word! Well, it's better than we thought. Came off injured in the game against AC Milan. Tweeted out though, he's all good, and he thanked everyone for their messages of concern. So we're all good. We'll keep calm.
Nice.
And then
nice to hear a footballer saying thank you for some nice messages for us.
Yes, that's very true. That is. And then our best friend Fabrizio Romano. I love the guy. Will he ever appear on an episode? Of course he fucking won't.
He really won't.
He informed everyone that reports from Spain on PSG and Enzo Fernandez are completely wide of the mark. Zero talk, zero bid, zero chance for him to leave. I'm either naive, ignorant, thick, or a combination of all three, because this is the first I'd ever heard of any reports about him going to PSG. What? What? Did you hear about this before that?
No, I have no
I was
idea.
like, what?
No.
And
Probably
plus,
presented by some journalist or some
I ain't being
agent or
funny
something.
here. I ain't being funny here. Reports from Spain on a Argentinian player going to a French club who's playing in England. We need to stop. Don't do that. I've noticed when English sources do that and English teams, English media go, oh yeah, and they report on a club that's not in Europe about a player that doesn't play in Europe or isn't obviously English. And it's like, I'd rather trust the source. I'd like some kind of connection here. Like if it was a French source, I'd go, oh, okay. But whatever, who cares? We'll move to the final bit. Multiple English media outlets. So they reported over the weekend that Chelsea are in talks for a deal which would involve Nkunku going the other way for Xavi Simons. It's understood that Leipzig would like to re-sign Nkunku. For me, deal sounds close to me. Sounds close. 85, 86% are we pushing? Maybe.
Will
Edging
probably
closer,
get his swap
Edging
deal.
closer.
How much closer can it get?
Very close. Closer than close. Closer than you could ever imagine. I'm bored. I'm bored now. It sounds on paper to be a win-win deal for everyone but Nkunku. I'm not trying to be his agent. Like I've seen today that he's intrigued. Why would you choose a return to Leipzig, a club that finished in their lowest position since being promoted to the Bundesliga? They got obliterated in the Champions League group stage. They've just lost their best player in Sesko. Why this deal? I don't see any reason why this deal in this form will go through. If it does, that's incredible business from us, and I'm happy. But why would he do that? What? I don't get it.
I don't know. He could endear himself back
League.
to a fan base where where he is already, up his stocks a bit in the German league where he's done well before, and obviously I don't know. I could see it personally.
Dude's got a World Cup next year to try and get into the squad with France. Why would you put yourself in the window for a club that's not even in the Champions League?
That's why he's going there. He can
yeah.
play better in the German league, and
I know, but
you've got
to have Champions League as well in there because you
I
can
don't think you have.
No, I think he can coast. I think he can coast on what he's already done for that.
Ooh.
I mean, why would Grealish go to Everton?
Oh, I mean, I'm happy for him. I just.
Do you want to hear something funny about that? I'm in a group chat with lots of sort of like Chelsea and football related people, not just not just with you boys. And someone said to me today that Everton are dark horses for having a good season. And I thought that's the most Everton thing. That's the most Everton thing I've heard in my entire life. They're dark horses to have a good.
Yeah, that sounds realistic.
To be fair,
me.
I know what they mean though. Tieno Barry and now Grealish as well, which hopefully we get to see him be his
Dewsbury Hall
again. Dewsbury Hall, yeah, that absolute that world champion. Like that. They might quietly.
That's a fact, though. That he's a world champion.
Have a good season.
Do you know what? I was so tempted to do that intro for this episode with just Dewsbury Hall goals, and I lost all interest after pulling two of the clips. I couldn't be asked in the end.
Yeah, you couldn't find the third one.
I did. I just couldn't be asked.
Come on, where's your love for him, man?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it's just not there.
Well, I saw another update from about Garnacho doing stuff that he probably shouldn't be doing. But that background check's doing well. Well, I'm glad we did that.
Can I say something about that real quick? Actually,
we don't know when it was filmed.
No, like there's picture video of him vaping or whatever. I'll be honest, I literally don't care. Like,
yeah, I'm the same.
These footballers, they're monitored for their health all the time. And if you think that none of them vape or none of them smoke or anything like that, you are living.
Raja Nainggolan used to smoke like so many a day. I remember
exactly, and this isn't nowhere near as big a deal as people are saying. And if you think it is, obviously it's a reflection of his character about how he treats his body, which isn't great. Yeah, but we knew that already. We know he's a bit of a knob. Like, him vaping just kind of proves it to me.
Well, it's time to head for the first time of pre-season to winners and losers. We welcomed Bayer Leverkusen and AC Milan to Stamford Bridge in a pre-season doubleheader. Chelsea's pre-season wasn't so much a ramp-up as it was a 2-episode miniseries. Blink, and you missed the character arcs. Episode 1, Bayer Leverkusen. They stepped into Stamford Bridge only to be met by Estevao Willian, the 18-year-old Brazilian who plays football like he's dodging laser beams in a spy movie. His first touch, a volley home after Cole Palmer's lob. kissed the crossbar. The second act, turning defenders into abstract art. Liam Delap's night, all 13 touches of it, was the footballing equivalent of opening a novel and realising you've just accidentally bought the sequel. Joao Pedro came on, cut through the noise, and slammed the door shut with a late finish. Somewhere in there, Tosin made a block that could have been carved into marble. Beautiful. 2 days later, episode 2, AC Milan, Reece James swings in a free kick that ricochets off Andre Kubis and over the line. A moment that was only the start of Kubis' bad day at the office. Joao Pedro ghosted into the box and nodded home for 2-0 before Kubis decided, why not, and hauled Pedro down for a red card that looked as inevitable as a summer thunderstorm. Palmer pinged woodwork for sport, Estevao cameoed with a penalty win, and Delap, yes, Liam Delap rediscovered his narrative with a low smash from the spot. Milan's Yusuf Fofana snuck in a near-post jab, but Santos later slipped Delap a pass, wrapped it in a bow, and the striker finished like he'd been saving that one for the series finale. So here we are. Estevao's debut already smells like legend. Joao Pedro is quietly underlining his name in Sharpie on the striker depth chart, and Enzo Maresca's Blues, barely 26 days removed from lifting a trophy, look less like a team finding fitness and more like a band already halfway through their encore. Crystal Palace, take cover. Chelsea 2, Bayer Leverkusen 0, Chelsea 4, AC Milan 1. Pre-season's back, baby. Pre-season's already over. It's already over, baby. It's gone. It's finished. Winners. I love how someone said we should do winners and losers for both games. Technically,
are you kidding?
I wasn't doing 2 full episodes. I can't do that. I missed the first one because I was bowling, and I kind of not regretting that at all. It was a great evening for me and my girlfriend, and I watched the highlights of that first game against Leverkusen and was like, it was cool. Milan game was more fun, I suppose, but that's irrelevant. What's more relevant is winners and losers from both games. Who have you got? How many have you got?
We're doing 4 and 4 today. We're doing 4 and 4 today. Little extended edition for the listeners.
Wow, I've got 4 and 2 from 2 games.
Did you know what? It was hard to find losers.
It was, but I've found 4. I've
got to do this. I think we've all got this guy on the list. I've got Aliano Garnacho because I'm watching and this team's screaming. No, of course I haven't. I've got Estevao. Hello. First appearance.
Yep, he's on
my
mine.
Beautiful baby boy. My word.
Appearance.
Football back at the bridge.
First appearance on the winners list, and wow, he made sure it wasn't a one and done, wasn't it? I mean, both games. The first game in front of the fans, first pre-season, boom, goal, debut. I mean, I promised myself that I'd share more this season about how Chelsea make me feel, because emotion's part of the ride as a fan. Watching Estevao, though, I kind of feel something that I haven't since Eden Hazard, like genuine excitement. The players on the ball, and I'm like, oh, what's he going to do? I get that again. And against Leverkusen, his link-up play with Palmer was just magical. It's kind of the thing that I'm expecting Premier League defenders will have nightmares about this season. It is only 2 games, yes.
But and it is pre-season.
It is pre-season, so it's not a real game to a point. Maybe even more so the Milan one, because if you ever wanted to see not a real game...
It's not a real game.
You know, they were down to 10, which is whatever. However, he's already proven if you're good enough, you're old enough. You know, and we always see a lot of South American youngsters, they do struggle in Europe due to adaptability and off-pitch, integration. But Estevao just looks like he's lived in London for years, like he's worn the blue kit for seasons. And I also loved what he was doing off the field. His celebration for Joao Pedro's goal, hyping up the crowd from minute 1. He gets it. He knows what it's like to be a Chelsea player. And for that, I'm excited about the whole package. Why was he your winner?
He's a winner. Go on, Bo.
He's just really good, though, isn't he? Oh,
yeah, he's just class, isn't he? He's so good.
I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I think he might be the next Pele.
I think he's better than Pele.
Yeah, I mean, he's such a young guy. He moves about the pitch like he's been playing football for 10 years, or adult football for 10 years. He's ridiculous. He's good on the ball. His physicality is good. He just glides past players. His left foot is an absolute rocket. Composure's there. Final product's there. I want to see him start on Sunday. The way he just interlinks with Palmer, like Palmer can drift out wide, then he goes into the pocket in that number 10 role. Really clever player. I think sometimes when you watch a player, you can watch them and go, he's got a bit about him, but he's not there yet. I watch him and go, he's there now.
There. Yeah.
He's there. And he's 18. And yes, we do have to sort of put it into context. It is pre-season. Yes, it's not a real game.
It's not a real game.
I think the lad has genuinely got all the talent and ability in the world to be one of our better players this season. And I don't think that's a hot take at all.
Yeah. Oh, Ollie, why was he yours?
Well, like I say, he's my beautiful baby Brazilian boy is what he is. He's absolutely magnificent on the ball, isn't he? Like twinkle toes, he's just dancing through players. He's absolutely just sensational as a player. I'm absolutely in awe. Like, I'd seen bits and pieces of him. Obviously, the first time I properly watched him was in the Palmeiras game in the Club World Cup. Thought he was good there, but I didn't actually think he was as good as when he played for us in those couple games that we've just seen. What I really liked about him was that he, like I said, the interlinking with someone like Palmer and like the way in which they move together with the ball, without the ball, that they know almost like where each other's going to be. Like they're both almost on like playing on the same frequency, which is a level higher than everyone else. And for Estevao to come in and be that level, like playing with Palmer like that immediately, shows how good he is. And the thing is it's hard not to get excited because in theory he can only get better.
True. Chris said the same. He sent me his winners and losers, and he put Boy's a superstar, not just his performance, but the way he carries himself and the confidence he has. He's one 100%. Of those players who just has a natural aura.
And gave the penalty to the lap as well.
He did. He didn't.
That was good. That was very good.
He was good. I can't believe we've got breaking news. Huge.
Oh my God.
Yeah, former Blue Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank will be on Strictly Come Dancing this year. Literally just broke. Wow. I love
incoming
Jimmy Floyd.
the jokes about fancy footwork.
I love that guy. I do. He's such. I keep saying it. One of the most underrated strikers of Chelsea history. He just is. And yeah, you can watch him on Strictly if you're in the UK or in America. I have no idea. VPN. My second winner, I've got Dario Asugo.
Oh, I like that.
Baby Caicedo.
Someone forgot to tell him that this was a pre-season friendly because he played it like it was a Champions League final. Non-stop sprinting. He was making crunching tackles. It was literally like he just copied Caicedo's game. If I'm Romeo Lavia right now, I'm nervously updating my CV to, because it's a tiny sample size. I know. But Asugo kind of looks like he could be a key part of a rotating midfield with Santos, Enzo, Caicedo. I've got to say it's early, but that might not just be depth. That might be an elite level threat proposition midfield. Ooh. I'm quite excited. I must admit, I'm quite excited by it. Now, I've just checked. Chris did not have him as a winner, but I had to give him his due. He was amazing.
Yeah.
Not quite sensational.
You could have picked a lot of people
amazing.
for winners, to be fair. There are lots of people who stood out, I thought, that probably won't get their flowers today.
No, who's getting your flowers?
I've got one. And I think Ollie might have the same one. It's got to be Joao Pedro.
Yeah. Oh, my God. The kid is absolutely outrageously good, isn't he?
He's really good. He's really good. And I think what's different about him in this Chelsea side is I think he's playing a different role to what he was at the Brighton side. I think he's playing more of a number 10 for Brighton, sort of interchanging it on the left, in the middle, dropping deep. And he has done that in these games for Chelsea, but I think he's been told to stay forward, stay in that number 9 position, and he looks so natural there. And his finishings, I've not seen him miss a chance yet for us, which no doubt he will now that I've said that. But he looks really composed, really just class above, and really exciting signing for us. And I think for me, I think he's our starting number 9 at the moment. I think Delap's been good, to be fair, but I think for me, Pedro has that all-round game which just suits how we play, and he brings other players into the game as well. So yeah, very, very impressive him.
Chris said, looks an absolute bargain over by. His ability to link up play is fantastic, but he has been also deadly in front of goal. Maybe the move to a big club where he has to do less by himself and unlock his full potential. You know what, Chris? I'll be honest. I've told you I'll be honest. I mean, it's always helpful. When the rumours broke, I would say maybe 25% of the fan base wanted this signing. That's. I think that's fair because I wasn't one of those 25%. I'm not going to even pretend to go. Oh no. In fact, I moaned. I did. I pulled a quote from a previous episode. I moaned about us shopping at Brighton's bargain bin again, and clearly I wasn't paying attention to the receipt, was I? Because let's have a look at the bargain bin. Well, let's look at what we've signed from Brighton. Cucurella, best left back in the world. Then we got Moise Caicedo, best defensive midfielder in the world. Robert Sanchez. Look, he has brain farts, but the stats said last season he was pretty decent. So, and now we've got Joao Pedro. So we've got quality there. Of course, I'm not saying Sanchez is world class. He's not. He's the only one of the four that's not. Oh yeah, he's jury's out. But Joao Pedro, he's been superb. Nearly a goal a game already, and it's crazy. That link-up play again, magnetic, and it's obviously slotted perfectly in. And he talks. Look at how he spoke about Liam Delap. He was like I said, a rising tide lifts all ships. He didn't take the limelight and he was like Liam, yeah, the competition. No, we work together. I love that. I can't say anything else.
Do you know what? I think I have to hold my hands up as well, Mikey, because I said about him, I said, I don't think he's a striker. I said, I don't think he's a natural goal scorer. I think he prefers to link the play. That's what he's done for Brighton. And fair enough if that's that's kind of what I was going for, because that's what he had done at Brighton, and he's come in and immediately made me look a mug, which I appreciate, because he's scoring goals for fun at the moment. So yeah, it just seems like getting him near the goal is generally a good idea, and I'm sure Enzo Maresca will be looking at that this season and licking his lips.
Yeah, that's the thing. People think, we're happy to take an L on a fact that we're wrong about. I keep bringing it up every episode nearly. The N'Golo Kante to Inter Milan take I had. It was, in hindsight, shockingly bad. However, I'm glad I was wrong, because clearly it was wrong take, and we got a top quality campaign out of him before he obviously left for, the Saudi League. So it happens, Joao Pedro. Wow, what a signing. I'm a happy boy. And that's what we want a bit. It's like the Garnacho thing. We want to be proven wrong. I hope he does become obviously if we do sign him, like Vinny Jr. or Rodrigo or Salah or, those world-class players.
Yeah,
we shall see. Well, probably not. But, yeah, we'll see. Berth, you've got two winners left. Who's one of those two?
My third one is Reece James.
He's on mine as well.
Ooh,
yeah,
okay.
I think he just is so good. No, I think I said it in the group chat yesterday. I think Maresca's really managing quite well, to be fair. He's proper wrapped him up in cotton wool. And I think he has managed his minutes well. I don't think he's overdone it with him. I don't think he's pushing him in too soon. And on his day, I think it's quite easy to see that he's the best right back in the league.
Well, on his day, probably in the world.
Yeah, exactly. So that delivery in is just ridiculous. Reads the game so well, quick, strong, the perfect fullback, you'd say. And what I think it was in the Leverkusen game, I think Jorgensen kicked one up in the air, and it was a terrible clearance, and Reece James just puts it out of the air and just passed it back to him when he weren't even looking. I just
on
thought,
the volley with the outside of his boot.
I think that just sums up Reece James, and for me, I think he looks so good, and he's really matured as well. I feel Reece James. I saw it a bit last season as well, but I think he can keep him fit. He's so vital to how we develop and how far up the table we finish, I think.
What about you, Ollie?
Yeah. Well, it's the second L for me that I've got to take in the same winners section, which stings, but also it's a good thing. I don't know if you guys will remember this, but at certain times in the past couple of seasons, I've said on more than one occasion that I don't think Reece James is captain material. I've said that I don't think he's got what it takes. I don't think he's got the mentality when he's out on the sidelines, how can he lead by example and all of this stuff. And I think it's fair to say now that, especially with the Club World Cup and the Conference League and the Visit Malta Cup as well,
big game, big tournament,
big tournament. That he's again he's proven me wrong. He is every bit of a captain now that he was always supposed to be. And maybe he wasn't at the time, but I was under the impression that he just didn't have what it took to get there at all. And to be fair, he's totally proved me wrong. Like every time he steps out on that pitch, you can tell every single one of those teammates that he's got worships him. And that's exactly what you want in a captain.
I will run off Chris's final two. He's got Palmer. Anyone?
No, I didn't have him.
As a winner?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I thought
he was good.
He
was good. I wouldn't put him as a loser, but I'm surprised you had him as a winner.
Chris said
what did
not
Chris
only
say?
did he play well, but I think he really benefited from the attention defenders will have to give Estevao and others. Okay.
Agreed. I do agree with that. Yeah, I do agree with that.
Yeah. And then Andre Santos.
Andre Santos on mine. He's number 4.
I was concerned that he was going to go under the radar, like not quite, because other names had shined a bit more in preseason than him, but I thought he's been quietly really good.
Did you have him on your winners list?
No, not on.
So he went under the radar then.
He did, yeah.
Look, he thought he was great in both games and will give not only cover but competition to Enzo and others. He was another superstar in the making. Berth, segue off that.
I just thought he was very sharp. I think he's really grown as a player and as a person. You can tell when he ups at speed with sort of where you want to be for the Premier League. And I think for me, with Lavia's injuries, I think he's probably now third choice in that pivot now.
Lavia's got to be looking over his shoulder. Surely.
Yeah, I think Santos is really got that end product as well, which is good for a midfielder, but he breaks up the game well. He's quick, he's sharp, strong. Again, a real good... He complements Enzo and Caicedo as well. I think if you took Caicedo out, I think Santos can play that Caicedo role. Not as well, but he can do that job. And I think if you took Fernandez out, I think he can play that role as well. So, real positive season potentially for him, and he looked really good in pre-season.
Ollie, who was your final winner?
It's Liam Delap.
Wow, I don't have.
I like that. I do like that.
Yeah, I want to get out in front of a narrative that's rapidly building about Delap in the fan base, because some people are saying that he's wasteful, that he's profligate. People might say, but I actually don't think that's true. And people are saying he missed chances, missed some gilt edged chances in both games actually. I can't remember. There was one game, it might have been the Milan game, where he had 2 chances that people were saying he should have scored. But if you actually look back at both chances, in my opinion, they're half chances at best. This is what a box striker is. He's someone who gets in and around the box and he turns your scraps into something that might be a half chance for a goal. If he scored either of them, people would be saying how good it is and how good an opportunity it was that he just managed to pluck onto something. But because he's missed, suddenly he's wasteful. And I just don't agree with that. And then at the end of the day, he's not only gone and scored himself a beautiful goal in open play, courtesy of Andre Santos' great pass, but a really good finish. Got a nice penalty as well. Really low, hard, powerful. I think he's going to be underrated a lot by people this season. It's in my opinion that someone like Erling Haaland is. People only remember his goals. They don't remember the thousands of chances that he misses, because he's so good at when he does get enough opportunities to score and he buries them. People don't really think about it. I think Delap, I'm not saying he'll be as good as Haaland, but I think he's much the same, where you need to focus on the goals that he's capable of scoring and the chances he's able to get on the end of, not necessarily all the things he misses, because he is going to miss a lot because he is a striker in the box. That's where you want him to be. And we've been hearing a lot of stuff about Jackson and how it's rapidly becoming over between him and the club, and they're going to allow him to move on, hopefully. In my opinion, I don't think Jackson is even I don't think he even gets to either of the chances that Delap missed. So
great.
If you're looking at it that way, it's well, yeah, sure. If he had a half chance to score it, Jackson probably would have had no chance at all. So yeah, for me, I think he deserves his flowers, not only for 2 goals in the Milan game, but in general to sort of nip this in the bud already about him being not quite up to standard, because I think he is.
My final winner, Jamie Gittens. Remember him? One of the first through the door this window, and in both games, for me, he's been electric. And when he pushes forward, he kind of has a gravitational pull, because the whole team just sort of surges with him, and he's fluid, he's creative, he's a real chance maker. There is a knock here. He's finishing. But if he polishes that up, we're talking about not just a top winger in England. We're talking the world-class ceiling level. It's just, can he polish up that finishing. I'm not going to be too harsh on him.
He's a very exciting player, isn't he?
That's the thing. I love the excitement part.
He reminds me a bit of Jeremy Doku.
Great comparison, that is. Yeah, that's absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. I will go straight to losers. And Chris has 4. He did really struggled to find losers, to be honest. Mate, you found 4.
Yeah, well, it's Chris, isn't it? He's always.
I found
he
2.
probably had a couple.
I struggled.
In spare as well.
Right, I'll pick the one actually. He's 4th loser, and he's put Jamie Gittens. A
He's
bit
on
harsh. Oh, you can both leave. A bit harsh, but on first viewing, he looks very similar to Madueke. He looks good on the eye, but struggles with end product. Chris.
Go for a walk.
I'm not having this. I liked him. And if you don't,
you can go for a swim.
Yeah, I'm not having this. Or maybe Chris.
You can play paddle.
Which is probably what he's doing right now. He's playing paddle, maybe. I don't know. Well, Ollie, why was he a loser and why are you wrong?
Well, he's a loser because again, a bit like Chris, I thought his end product was a little bit to be desired. Like I say, it's same as Chris. It's a bit harsh, but it was hard to find losers. And I felt of everyone who we saw and the incredible play that we saw sort of across the board, I thought he was the one who showed the most weaknesses in his game. But at the same time, like I'm not gonna go at him too hard because I think it's pre-season. He's learning to play with the team for the first time. He looks electric. It's hard as well because you've got Estevao on the other side who's just naturally very gifted. And it's hard not to compare, but he's his own player, isn't he? So overall, like it's just he needs to shore up the finishing a little bit maybe on the decision making. The couple times where I thought maybe you shouldn't shoot from there, and he did, but ultimately I think he'll still be a good player for us. I think he showed a lot of promise. I just want to see him iron out a few of those little errors here and there before the season starts, hopefully. And I'm wrong because he'll prove me wrong.
He will. I will go straight to Chris's second loser. And he got...
have I got a loser
yeah,
to say? Or?
Go on, Bert. No, go on. How many did you find?
I got 4.
Oh, come on. How did you find 4?
The first one, and I had to say it, Pat Nevin.
He did terribly on commentary, didn't he?
Oh my God.
We love you, Pat.
Nevin.
If you're listening.
I like Pat Nevin.
Doesn't sound like you love him, no.
But my God, he was just really annoying on commentating. Oh, he was just... I love his enthusiasm. I love his enthusiasm, but at the same time, you're not cut out for commentating, clearly. And he was just really annoying me by the end of it. And it was just, shut up. Like, let the game flow, talk about the game. It was just really frustrating. But yeah, I just had to put him in there because I was really chucking for losers.
Chris's first loser, which wasn't Gittens, it was the fan base. We're losers because the owners and sporting directors are being proven right and us wrong at the moment. The scattergun recruitment seems to be working, and maybe we were all wrong with our criticism. He's got a point.
Yeah, I think it's fair enough to say that, because a lot of people as well, they want to say that the recruitment angle and things has changed this summer. No, it hasn't. If you think it does, you need to probably reevaluate the targets. Maybe they're a little different, but the profiles of players that we're going for. No, it's certainly the same. So I think it's fair to say that at least by now there's some merit to what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
And you have to give it where it's due because I don't think we win the Club World Cup without what they've done. I don't think we win the Conference League as easy as it was to win without what they've done. And I don't think we're all looking at how positively at the season as we are about to be, hopefully, without that happening as well. So.
Yeah. Well, Ollie, second loser.
Second loser for me, reactions. Reactions a bit from the fan base and things like that. Just kind of in all aspects, really. There were people in the fan base online, but saying, running the gambit from everything from we're going to win the league, we're going to win the Champions League. We're massive, we're going to win it all. And I get it. It's hard not to get carried away a little bit with a couple results in pre-season, but you got to remember it is still pre-season. It's not really what you're looking at in terms of an indicator for the season to come in terms of quality. It's mainly for fitness, and we do look really fit, like because they barely had a break. But yeah, like both on the positive and the negative, I feel like I've seen a lot of overreactions in general over the last couple of days. Like Delap's misses and stuff. People say blowing that out of proportion. Gittens, people blowing that out of proportion.
I haven't seen Delap's misses, to be honest.
Well, I'm sure she's lovely. But yeah, all of that. So I think overall, I think it's just a little bit more level-headed, is probably what's needed. It's hard when we've got so many exciting players and we've got everything coming ahead. But remember, it's preseason. We can have a terrible preseason and win the league. We could win every preseason game like 10-0 and still have a terrible season. It's just how it works in the Prem.
What about you, Berth? Who's your second loser?
Officials.
Oh,
because I thought the refs in both games were just really, really poor. And I thought the red card yesterday, now don't get me wrong, any of the game, it's a red card. I still think it's a bit harsh in a pre-season friendly.
Yeah.
Is it though? Rules of the game?
Pre-season friendly.
Yeah, it's a
I get it, but you can't just someone couldn't pick up the ball with their hands and then you go, it's a pre-season friendly,
Yeah, but
it's not a real game.
It's not a real game.
That aside, I think in both games, I thought there was a lot of good tackles in there that were giving us fouls. I thought both games didn't really flow that great at times, and I think the refs are really a part of that. And there were English referees as well, which is surprising, really, considering the nature of the Premier League. And I just thought,
is it?
Is it?
Because I think if you compare, I think English referees are a bit more lenient than European referees. So I was quite surprised by it. But yeah, I just didn't like what I was seeing over the two games. And I'm hoping that doesn't continue into the season, which no doubt, now that I've said that, it will.
Oh, it will.
Can I say something as well? People saying, there was no point in playing the preseason game, like at the point where they sent the guy off because, it kind of ruined the competitive nature of the game. Are we not going to be are we not going to be a player up in any game in this season?
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Is that new to me? Because we are. Arguably, it's a good opportunity for a player for the team to play against a team that's going to sit back a bit more, going to try harder to hit us on the counter and things like that, being a man down. And we're going to see a lot of that this season, not just from being a man down necessarily, but from that kind of having to dig in and play with their backs to goal and hit us on the counter. So for me, it almost felt almost better than a regular game, because realistically, how many games this season are we going to have where people are trying to hit go shot for shot in a shootout with us? I don't think many will try. So I don't know. I think it was people overreacted. Again, overreaction on that one.
Well,
overreaction, do you think?
I get to use my first loser, because we're now into the last two. I went with Bayer Leverkusen. Easiest loser on my list. On paper, Chelsea was their first game after a 4-week break. Leverkusen, it was their fifth and final pre-season game. In reality, we looked sharper, we looked fitter, we looked hungrier. They looked
malnourished.
Bad. It might be an
overreaction. Do you think?
I'd just hand the title to Bayern. I'd hand them it now, because that team looked like complete and utter shit. They're awful.
They've lost Wirtz as well. They've lost
Frimpong,
a couple of players.
They've lost their manager.
It's not looking good for them, is it?
No, it's not.
Well, to be fair, one of my third losers was Ten Hag.
He was one mine as well.
Yeah,
Eric 10 months.
Yeah,
because if he fails at Bayer Leverkusen, I don't see him getting another big job.
His career's finished. If he he must be down to one Hag at this point, surely.
Yeah, well,
nice.
I've got for Chris. He's got the rest of the Premier League. I think we are so close to being a really good side who can challenge Liverpool, City, and Arsenal, and it might even be this season if things continue to click the way they are.
Wow, that's very positive from Chris.
That's not Chris,
and it's
that's
real.
why he hasn't come on tonight, because he didn't want to be too positive.
Are you sure he didn't write them?
Positivity.
Did he get ChatGPT to just do some for him?
Hey, vomiting positivity today.
Well,
I've got my
I'm just
final.
sick of it.
You know what? I'll give his final one. He's got Tyreek George. I think he tried too hard in both games. He looks like he needs a loan, as he looked a level below the others.
Yeah, I could see that. I think he's he's struggling a little bit with all the new wingers and stuff that have come into the team. The positive note is he did get a lot of minutes. So
that's true. Minutes in the tank. That's what you need. I'll go my final loser. I got the defense because right now we're defending.
That's my last one as well.
Ollie, I saw it and I thought we were defending like a 24/7 Tesco. We're always open, and I kind of want us to be a bit like it's 5-4 on a Sunday. The doors are shut, the shutters are down, we're closed. We've got to tighten that up because we will be a nightmare for teams in both the Premier League and Europe if we sort that defence. And Chelsea are known for their defence.
My main concern is with Colwill being out. I don't know if we are going to go into the market and buy anyone. Don't know if we should even. But for me, is with him being out, he is such a big part of that defense. For me, he's irreplaceable for us in a way. And so for him being out probably for the season, we're going to have to rely a lot more on attack to outscore games. It looks like we're capable of doing that. But we need to be able to grind out results if we want to get up near the top of the Premier League table. And it's a concern for me that we might not be able to do that if we let sloppy goals in.
Yeah. Berth, round off the losers for us, please.
So this one is, you're going to say this is really harsh, but hear me out. So I've gone Maresca.
How?
I want to hear why. No, let's hear him out. Let's hear Mikey. Let's hear him out. Let's hear him out.
Absolutely everything right. Everything right in pre-season in the Club World Cup. Done absolutely fantastic. Really, really, really good. And he's got this team. He's got his team clicking. But the expectations now are massive. They are so high now. And I'm worried that if he gets a draw against Palace, loses against Palace, starts off shaky, those expectations, people are going to turn a lot quicker now. So it's not necessarily what he's done pre-season. I just think because he's been so good and this team has been so good for a couple of months now, the expectations are a lot higher than I think.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying? Because,
but at the same time, shouldn't they be?
Yeah, I get that. But at the same time, he's going to hit the ground running. Otherwise, he's going to be hit with, well, you spent this amount of money, you're Club World Cup champions, this and that, and you should really be kicking on now. There's a lot of pressure now on him. So I'm just saying that's why he's a loser. Not because he's done anything wrong, absolutely not. But that's why.
It's time for another bit.
Oh, my God. It's 2 in 1 episode, you lucky listeners, you.
It's not quite a Strictly Come Dancing announcement, but I've just seen that it says Fabrizio Romano on DAZN. Garnacho's message to Man United is Chelsea or I stay here and don't play football for 6 to 12 months. Oh, great.
And everyone, do you know what? Everyone can hear that and go, that's a character I want at this club.
Oh, yeah, great. Oh, yeah. Chelsea, Chelsea want to pay around 30 million. Man United want 50. I'll tell you what, 30 million, you could still flip him for a profit.
We'll pay 40 in the end, I reckon.
Well, let's not do that. What we will do is the emoji game review, because it might be pre-season, but still it's emoji time. And I've gone a bit greedy. I went 2 trophies because we are, if you didn't know, back-to-back. Visit Malta Weekend of Champions.
I didn't even know we were back-to-back champions.
I have never seen. I look at Reese. He was like, "Do I give this away?" Caicedo was like, "I don't want to touch this."
He was trying to give the trophy away, wasn't he? That's so funny.
They look so. They look like you've gone. When you go to a local trophy shop. They do exist in the UK. They usually sell like football shirts and stuff for like schools and that sort of thing. PE kits. They look like that sort of cheapness. Like you just typed in generic trophy. Like there you go. Well done, you. They were so generic looking trophies. Size wise as well. What have you guys got for emojis?
For me, it can only be one thing. It's the Brazilian flag. Because Joao Pedro, Andre Santos, Estevao now, Samba football is back at the bridge, and I am absolutely here for it because it's going to be a hot summer. Let's put it.
Oh yes, Berth, what have you got?
I've gone for the Malta flag.
Oh, I see what he went there.
Because he won the trophy. Yeah, you see, you get it. No explanation needed, really, but we just visit 100%. Malta Weekend of Champions, and that's the biggest trophy we'll ever win.
Are we back-to-back winners, or did we retain the title?
That's a very good question. Very good question.
Isn't it both?
Yeah, well, I wonder how Milan and Bayer Leverkusen qualified for this competition. How?
How did we qualify for this competition as well?
It was hosted at our ground.
Champions.
Yeah.
Right. We will go to.
We also did have to be there.
True. It is our stadium. We will go to Quaresma's questions. The first one I've got Mudrik's personal trainer. Probably isn't, if I'm honest. Has asked one for Mikey here. Who would have the best team in the MLS if they could field an all-time 11, but each player was in their prime? So you'd get prime Thierry Henry at New York Red Bulls, prime Gerrard at the Galaxy, etc.
I like that.
I did some research on this. It's a very good question, and this isn't quite a full 11. I found about, I think, 9 players I've got here. It's LA Galaxy for me. I mean, they can. I'm
glad you said that. That was my immediate reaction. Is prime Beckham, you know?
Well, listen to this. Listen to this team. These are in their primes, remember? Carlo Cudicini, Ashley Cole, David Beckham, Steven Gerrard, Landon Donovan, Marco Reus, Robbie Keane, Zlatan, and a player that I think that some listeners in Mexico will certainly know, Mexico legend Luis Hernandez. He's an icon card on FIFA, for God's sake. That's a lock for me. It's Galaxy by a mile. I really don't think anyone. Is it them and then
Inter Miami, do you think?
It's not as many as you think for Inter Miami. I mean,
it's not, but prime Messi and prime Suarez is hard to beat, isn't it?
And prime Busquets and prime Jordi Alba.
I would say that LA
I agree.
Team
I think it's
world class on their
players.
day, or outstanding.
It's 4 amazing players in what would be a mid team, but 4 players though?
LAFC did sort of rival them with 6, I found, because they could have Lloris, Cellini, Son, Giroud, Bale, and Vela. That's pretty decent.
Not as good. That's not as good as
Galaxy. Not as good. No, I mean, when you're looking at, people forget how good Robbie Keane. I mean, Robbie Keane, Zlatan, Luis Hernandez, Gerrard, Becker. Oh, come on, it's amazing. I wrote Zalia. What does a successful season look like? More points than last year? Top 3? Domestic Cup win? Getting into Champions League knockout phase? Guys, what do you think?
Right, here's what it is. It's top 4 again, minimum. More points than last year, maybe a cup.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Okay. You know what? I did my usual. I haven't done a top 5. I haven't been crazy enough to do a Mike's top 5. For the men, I think top 4, not 5. It's got to be top 4. At least semi-finals in the domestic cup. I know that's a bit difficult because of the draws. That's really irrelevant. You know, you if you're good enough, you beat the team. Yeah. And for me, Champions League, round of 16 minimum. You have to get to the round of 16. The squad's got to
be knockouts for sure, doesn't it?
Well, you get through the league phase and get to that round of 16. And then if you get... I'm saying round 16 is minimum.
It's the new Champions League thing now, isn't it? The new format.
And talking of that, the women do have the new Champions League format. For the women, what's successful? WSL and UCL. The Champions League and the WSL is important. I mean,
what it is it's either a quadruple or it's the Champions League.
I'd happily sacrifice the domestic cups if it meant the Champions League finally.
I would sacrifice the WSL for the next 2 or 3 seasons if it meant we won the Women's Champions League.
We dominate the WSL and the domestic game in general now. We just need to conquer the continent.
But we've got Hannah Hampton in goal, you know, who has already conquered Spain once. So,
fingers crossed.
So when Barcelona inevitably come knocking.
But I don't think they will, because Barcelona are cash strapped at the moment. Even the women's team are, because they're trying to balance the books. I
read that. I mean, we've got to play them at some point. I mean,
yeah, true. Let's have a look. I've got JMC09. Can Delap, Palmer, Pedro, and Estevao all start together? It's a good question.
I don't think so.
I can't see it. No.
I could see a world where Pedro and Delap start, because I think Pedro could push out left or in the 10. You put Palmer out on the right, and that sort. But I don't think all 4 of them could start together.
I just want to.
It would have to be a really specific game setup. I think I'm never saying never, because Maresca loves to tinker, but
I just want to know how far Liam Delap can throw a football. I need to know.
I bet you it's far.
Oh, it's got to be.
He's got guns. If he can
throw it,
it's in his blood.
Yeah, if he can throw it, how he can boot it. We're all right. We've got the Rory. We get the Liam Delap towels out.
I ain't being funny here, and I'm not trying to say anything, but But I don't think he looks anything like Rory Delap.
That is a good point. I don't
He
think
does
so
look
either.
nothing. He's clearly got more genes from his mum. Like,
Yeah.
he looks nothing like his dad at all.
Yeah, I don't know what his mum looks like, and if I start looking Liam Delap's mum, let's look. You know what?
We've already
We've got
discussed his
time.
missus. He's not going to be happy.
Liam Delap was born to two parents. That's helpful. Thank you.
That's
Vicky.
always a must. I must admit.
Most people are. Not everyone, but most people.
No, he was born in Winchester. He's the son of Roy Delap. And you are not going to tell me who his mum is. That's great. So that's going to be difficult. Meet Delap, son of... That doesn't help me. Maura Delap. Maura Delap? Is that right? Oh, maybe it is her.
I want Maura Delap.
Nice.
Someone... Oh, no, I can't say someone find me a picture of his mum. No, don't do that. Oh, Helen. Helen Delap. I found it. I found them. BBN Times. Let's have a look. Is there a photo? No, there's just two pictures of Rory instead. You're useless. Why is this no good? Right, let me go straight to the end of show game. We're going to wrap it up because we've got football 20 questions. There's a mystery football in front of me. You've got 20 questions to get it. Who it is.
Now, Ollie, you've been good at this recently, so let's keep it with good form.
Yeah, I'm pleased to see the narrative changing, but it only takes one dodgy question before I'm labelled with the same label again. Do you wanna go first, Bert?
I'll let you go first, mate. You've been doing well, so I'll let you go first, mate.
I'm gonna start with the positions. Is the player an attacker?
Yes.
Good start, Ollie. Good start. Has this player played in the Premier League?
Yes. By the way, I've now found a picture of Rory and Helen holding a baby Liam Delap, and this was thanks to News and Star, whoever that media outlet is. He looks a lot like his mum.
Okay.
There you go.
Makes sense.
He looks a lot like his mum. Go on. Sorry. Yeah, we're on question 3.
Okay. Are they European? Are they from a European country?
They are. Where were they born? 'Cause that would decide. They were born in Europe, but they don't represent a European team.
Oh,
interesting.
Yeah, I've got to be fair.
That's helpful.
Are they retired?
They are. Are they retired? Come on, Wiki, help me out. I don't think they are, if I'm honest. No.
Not retired.
No.
Do they currently play outside of the top 5 leagues?
Well, according to this, they don't actually have a current club.
So yes. Okay.
So the answer to that question is yes. They play outside the top 5 leagues.
Not retired with no club. That's a
yeah, because their current team is apparently the national team, so they don't actually have a team at the moment. Free agent.
Okay, that's interesting.
Interesting here, because I might have a name already, but I don't want to go too far. Right. Has this player played for a top 6 side in the Premier League?
Yes, they have. They have.
Okay, that's my idea. Gone.
Okay, should we nail down that we know they're an attacker? Should we nail down winger or striker?
Yeah, go on, go for it.
Are they a winger?
They are. They are.
Right.
So they're a free agent. They're a winger. They were born in Europe, but don't represent a European team.
In the Premier League and they played for a top 6 team.
Yes.
Ooh. Have they won the Premier League before?
They haven't.
That's a good question. Maybe we should nail down the team. Did they play when they played in the top 6?
Yes.
Did they play for a team in blue?
They did. That nearly wipes out literally.
It's Chelsea or City then.
Yeah, it's so. Yeah.
Should we just nail down which one it is, mate?
Yeah.
So have they played for Chelsea before?
They have. They've played for Chelsea.
They could have played for both. They could have.
We got a lot of questions left. Should I ask?
How many questions you got left? Probably 12, isn't it?
That you've got 11.
Go on, Ollie. Yeah, just make sure.
Have they played for Man City as well? Okay.
No.
Right.
Because if they had,
Chelsea.
that would have really
Only
narrowed
Chelsea.
it down.
I've only played for Chelsea. Right. Okay.
Maybe we should get the country.
Did you say they had won the Premier League? They haven't won the Premier League, have they?
They haven't.
They haven't
no,
won
they
it.
haven't won.
Okay, no. Right.
Which in and of itself tells you a little bit about when they were at Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be really from. Did win it last? Won it 2017.
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
So
and they are still playing for the national team now.
Yeah, they haven't retired according to this. No.
Right, this is difficult, Ali. Right.
Maybe we should try and get the country, mate.
Yeah. Was born in Europe but don't play for that national team.
Correct.
Right. Okay. Is their national team in South America?
No.
Nah. It's rubbish.
Is their national team in Europe?
No. That was such a wasted question.
That is a wasted question because they don't.
They were born in Europe but don't represent a European team. I mean, come on.
Ollie.
How did you? What a waste.
Ollie.
I tried.
You've really not helped me there.
You've screwed him over.
I'm struggling. What do you think? Is it probably Africa?
It's got to be Africa, isn't it?
Yes, I'm going to give you that for free because Ollie wasted a question.
Yeah,
it's an African team he plays for.
Right.
Oh, maybe like born in France then. Yeah.
It's got to be France to Africa. Right.
I've gone.
No.
Sure.
This is really, really tough, I think. Have they won a World Cup before? No, can't. No, that's a stupid question as well.
Wow. Now, listeners, has an African nation even made a World Cup final?
All I'm saying is I've been redeemed.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's my bad.
Okay. Is their national team the Ivory Coast?
No, but that is a great question.
Right. How many questions you got left?
You've got 6.
It's not many.
We've got to try and narrow down this country. I think if you narrow down the country, we've got it right.
What's it likely to be? Is it?
It's got. Do you reckon Senegal? Oh, that's the name.
I'm thinking it could be
or
Senegal, Nigeria, Morocco.
You know what? You know what? Actually, Ollie. Right, I might have a name here.
Oh, he's going to do it. He's going to do it.
Right.
Got it.
Now, I just need... Should I just go for the name already? Straight up?
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Oh, no, because he's won the Premier League. No, he's won the Premier League.
Oh, okay.
In the Premier League.
I think I've got a name.
Oh, you've got guess each still.
Go on, Ali. Go on, go for it.
Is it Hakim Ziyech?
Oh, he's done it.
Yeah.
He's done it.
Fair play.
Hakim Ziyech, born in the Netherlands, but obviously represents Morocco and somehow doesn't have a club. I somehow missed that.
I didn't know he was without a team. I would have thought he'd still be playing for someone.
He last played for a club called Al Duhail, who are based in
Saudi side?
Qatar.
Kuwait?
No, Qatar Stars.
Yeah. They're
never heard of him.
He's a bit shit, wasn't he? He was. He was good
They
at
have
Ajax.
Marco
He wasn't
Verratti.
really good with us.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Is
either.
he still playing?
Marco Verratti plays for Hakim Ziyech's old club. Wow.
The
more you know, listener. And with that, we're at the end of our episode. Thank you as always for tuning in. Before we go, don't forget, proudly partnered with Head in the Game, mental health charity in football, support wellbeing and community. You can find out more, of course, at headinthegame.co.uk. Treat yourself well because you know what's coming. We'll be back later this week with the episode that is a true listener favourite. It's our 2025-26 predictions extravaganza special.
Ooh, it's going to be a big one.
I feel like I'm going to really pull no punches this year. I'm going to go wild. I'm not going to go safe. No. So until then, that will be us. Signing off.
You've been listening to At The Bridge Pod, a Chelsea FC podcast. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram by searching for At The Bridge Pod. And if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, leaving us a review is always appreciated.